G'day my brick building friends, Down the Bricks here. Thank you for checking out this week's video. Today we're going to be looking at 3 awesome sets. Now this isn't a comprehensive review. I just want to discuss each of these sets. I want to talk about the things I really love about each set and some of the things that I think may have been done a little better. Now this is definitely a unique combination of sets. We have fantasy, we have sci-fi, and we have real world in a plane. And the other thing to make the real world set stand out is it is Kobe, not Lego. So why did I put all 3 sets on the table for today's video? Well, basically it's because these are 3 sets I really wanted. And these are 3 sets I purchased upon release, so I paid full price for each of these sets. With the Lego sets, I was lured in by the gifts with purchases as well, but I still don't think that would have stopped me from buying them upon release. So let's start with the set on the left. Of course, we have the Lord of the Rings Barad-dûr. It is set number 10333. It is an 18 plus set, has 5,471 pieces, 10 minifigs with a price tag of 700 Australian dollars. In the middle, we have the Kobe Executive Edition of the Avro Lancaster Dam Buster. It is set number 5758, has 1,747 pieces, comes with 3 minifigs and costs me 300 Australian dollars. And on the right, of course, we have the Star Wars Jabba's Sail Barge. It is set 75397, 18 plus set, 3,942 pieces, 10 minifigs with a Australian price tag of $800. So let's start with Barad-dûr, and of course the awesome minifigs we get in this set. We get Sauron, we get the Mouth of Sauron, we get Gothmog. Some very good selection of minifigures here, awesome printing, and of course we get some orcs as well to fill it out. I would have liked maybe a couple of extra orcs. We get a new Golem, of course, but some very nice minifigures. The interesting thing about this build is it is modular, so you build this bottom section first, and a lot of time goes into this rock work, which I think looks outstanding. You build this bottom section here, and then you build this section, and then that section, and then you finish with the tower, of course, and the Eye of Sauron, which is a real highlight. How good does that look? That is fantastic, and lots of nice detail. Look at all this detail throughout the whole build. Lots of great building techniques. Nice amount of rock work here, just breaks up the build a little bit of all the black. Very hard to get it in one camera shot. And in the back here you can see that I have not applied any of the stickers. So here is the sticker sheet for Barad-dûr and sticker sheet for the sail barge. I don't use the stickers. So let's have a look inside. A little bit dark in here. Maybe if I go this way we'll get a bit better look. And again, some fantastic details on the inside. And as we go up, we get a dining hall, the throne. It opens up to reveal the Palantir. Oh, get a bit of shadow there. And this is where the majority of the stickers go. In this section here, there's quite a few big stickers on the inside of these cylinder pieces, which is always difficult to apply. Up in this section, more stickers. And again, in this section, more stickers. The ladder does move. I'm not really sure that's a great feature, but it does. And of course up to the eye, and of course it had to be fixed in some way, so we do have this bar across the back, which you do see at different times. We do get a light as well, so you can light up the eye. We'll have a look at that from the front. It's not great. It is not great at all. But yeah, you can sort of move it a bit, but yeah, it's not the best execution with that light. And of course, trying to have to press it all the time and reach around, you can't just press it and have it stay on for 30 seconds or so. It turns straight off. So yeah, it's not great. Now let's just jump straight over to the sail barge and check out the minifigures here. Can I sit this camera down for a second? I just want to show you that for Bib Fortuna here, I have got the old headpiece. So let's put the one that came with it on. There we go. We'll put that on for now and we'll show that off. Okay. I just don't think that looks very good. In my mind's eye, that just does not look right to me. But other than that, it's a good selection of minifigures. I wouldn't say great. Look, I'm not overly excited by the minifigures, probably because this is my third sail barge. So I've got basically all of these minifigures. We have got some new ones here, some more of the background characters. But yeah, I'm not overly. I much prefer the Lord of the Rings minifigures, just getting some new minifigures. But that's just to do with the amount of time I've collected for. You know, like if this is your first sail barge, you're going to be really excited by these minifigures. Let's put that old piece back on. That just looks way better. The only problem with this old piece is if you look from the back, it doesn't hide the other face print. But other than that, it's a much better looking mold. And now we go to, let's check out Jabba, of course. Printed brick, printed plaque as well, which I do appreciate. Now for stickers on the outside of the sail barge, it's what I liked about the Barad-dûr is the outside, no stickers required. Pretty much the same with the sail barge, except for on these outer fins here, there is some detail. These stickers here are supposed to be on there. I didn't use those stickers, as you can see. I really don't think it needs them, to be honest. I think that looks great like that. And you know, with the chances of not having them peel off and look terrible in the future, I just prefer to have it like that. But so much great detail in this set. And one of the things to say is the photo, you know, the original photos and the photo on the box, they really don't do this justice. Just when you can actually get to see the different amount of detail. Now, it's not anything outstanding. It's just using tiles, you know, different types of tiles and a few different colors here and there, but it really does give you that great effect. And of course, everything, let's see how we go here, just to open everything up. Lots of great detail on the interior. And you can lift, let's see if I can do all this one-handed here. We can lift all this off, so you can really get inside here and have a good old play. Actually, I better not lift it with that. We'll go this way. And I do it. Oh, no, I can't do it without breaking stuff. Come on, get off there. There we go. There we go. So you can really get inside here. Now, look at that all laid out. Doesn't that look fantastic? And some amazing detail. inside. This is just fantastic. Lots of great detail. Yeah, it's probably better off go from the top here maybe. There we go. Very nice indeed. Such a fun build. I guess where it's a little bit lacking because I left the stickers off is in the cockpit area here, because a lot of this is the screens and it's all sort of plain in here. I really think they could have just given some printed, even existing parts. They could have given us some printed pieces there. And let's have a look at the angle of the nose. All very nice. And of course you can open up all this side as well and get in from both sides, although you can't really get in this side because it's all walled off, of course. Having a look across the deck, all tiled off, lots of nice detail in there as well. And of course we get these beautiful cloth sails. So lots to like about the sail barge, but let's take a look at the last set here, the Avro Lancaster Dam Buster Edition. Wow, how impressive is this build? This is a fantastic set. We get movable guns here, front and back. You can move those. They go up and down as well. Of course, spinning props. Not a lot of interior, of course, other than in the cockpit area. So if we take, I'm going to have to put the camera down to do it. Let's have a look at those mini figures while we're at it. We get 3 minifigs, a female as well, which is the first time I've got a female Kobe figure. On the inside you do get more printed detail on the inside there. So something to note with Kobe is the pad printing. Everything is printed. Everything is printed. You hear that, Lego? Everything is printed. And the prints are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. They are very good on their color matching. Let's have a look here. Now the brown is slightly out, but the green is perfect. But even that brown, it is pretty close. It is pretty close. Sometimes when the Lego printing is a bit hit and miss, the pad printing from Kobe is exceptional. And lots of it too, even on the nose here, which it's not going to focus on that, but even that's printed. It's pretty amazing. And have a look at this. Have a look. There's one molded piece, but that is all raised. That's all raised and printed. Now, can you tell me a cockpit piece like this that Lego's done that's better than this? Because there's not. There is not anything Lego has done ever that's better than this. Yes, we've got some very good molded windscreens, like I'm thinking of Luke's Land Speeder. That was a beautiful piece. But as for a complete piece that's printed like this as well, I mean, really, multiple prints on it. Yeah, it's just fantastic. And of course, if we go underneath, we've got the dam busting bomb. Okay, now something to show you with the Kobe set. Of course, we get the stand as well. Now that's only with the executive edition. You get a stand, but look underneath. Look how finished this is. Very little undersides. You get little glimpses of underside of plates. I mean, a lot of times you would not even know this is brick built. It's such a nice finish to them. That is just exceptional, isn't it? Absolutely exceptional. Now we do get a printed plaque with this set, and just to have a better look at these minifigures, and with the plane on the ground, you can see it does roll very nicely on the landing gear. But the thing I wanted to show you from this angle is just look at how thin these wings are, and even down fuselage of the plane, like, it's just such an amazing design. And this thing is so heavy and so strong. It's really a beautiful, beautiful design, and even to the angle on the wings, very nice. So before we talk about the sets a little more, let's talk about the price and paying full price for these sets. So value for money. Now, it's a very hard thing to talk about value for money because it's the eye of the beholder. I wanted these sets straight away, so I didn't mind paying the price tags for them, but the price tags are a little bit ridiculous, probably for all three sets. Now, a common thing I hear is Kobe. Kobe sets are a lot cheaper. Now, you can find some good deals on Kobe. Now, I think if you're in Europe or the US, you can probably find a lot better deals for Kobe sets than what I can find in Australia. I still find some occasionally, but yeah, $300 for this set. It was the executive edition, so the Kobe set was $300. You can buy the standard bomber edition off Amazon at the moment for $240. But if we went price per piece for each set for what I paid, now I don't like using price per piece, but it's really the only thing we've got to give the best gauge when you're comparing three sets. So the price per piece for the Barrador is 13 cents, the Lancaster is 17 cents, and the sail barge is 20 cents, which clearly highlights the excessive price for the sail barge. Now it is $800. You can buy a Barrador for $700, and it's what, 1,500 pieces, something like that. Difference. Now, the minifigs, I don't count Salacious Crumb as a minifigure, so there's 10 minifigs a piece, and that's if you include Jabba. So minifigs wise, they're on par, but yeah, for an extra $100 for less pieces, it really is a stretch from Lego. Now, if I was to say, if you just bought the standard edition of the Kobe set for $240, I can get that for Australia. So you're looking at around 14 cents a piece, so it's still slightly dearer than Barrador. So yeah, I didn't expect to think that Barrador would be the best buy out of these three sets, but if you go on price per piece, that's the way it falls. But let's talk about what I like about each set and the things that I think could have been done a little bit better. So Barrador, the detail, the level of detail is exceptional. The rock work, just so many different angles and colors. The color usage, that's the other thing to highlight, was fantastic. I really like the choice of color. I like the rock work up through the guts. It just breaks it up a little bit. It does have some okay play features. I'm not the biggest on the play features, but there is some okay. There's a few things you can do there. Nothing exceptional. But probably the thing that I've missed the most to talk about is just the wow factor. As you're building it, as I was building it, I was kind of thinking, is this going to be big enough? But when you finally, at the very end, you piece it all together and you put the final tower on top, holy dooly, does it blow you away. It is very impressive. Design wise, I think Lego did an exceptional job, and I honestly think this is a fantastic set. On the negative side, the stickers, I can't stand stickers. I would much rather, I mean, I do understand at times the use of stickers. I honestly don't think, though, there's really an excuse to use stickers. If Kobe can print everything, I really think by saying that, you know, that we can accept stickers from Lego, I really think that's probably just giving in to Lego. We should be demanding better product from Lego for these higher prices. So to me, especially applying stickers to inside of those cylinders, yeah, if you stuff that up, it's done for you. Like, personally, I'm not looking on the inside all the time. I don't care for those stickers, so I leave them off anyway. But if you really wanted that sticker on there and you stuffed it up, you would be really annoyed for paying that price and have to bugger around trying to get that sticker lined up. So, you know, could they have printed those? Yes, they could. Would it have added to the cost? I mean, Lego probably would have added to the cost, but for the cost that you're paying, I really think Lego should be doing more to either use bricks as detail and get away from stickers or printing their pieces. The other thing is the light feature. It's really quite lame, Lego, that light feature. I mean, I like that you incorporated something there, but it just doesn't work. It really doesn't work. It just, to have to stand there and press it, you can't even stand back and look at it. It just, yeah, it really doesn't work. They really should have incorporated maybe some power functions with a light or something like that. Would have been much better. Again, I guess that all adds to cost. But, you know, when a company's making record profits, I can't really forgive them for any downfalls to a set. I think they should be giving 100% on every set. And I guess the other thing, which, yeah, it's not really a negative on the set, but something you need to consider is to display this set. Very hard to display. Very tall. It's not going to fit on a standard shelf. I've got some big shelves around here and I can't fit it on any of those shelves. So you need to sit it up on something. So you need a lower type display. You can put it up on top, so or on a table. So you're going to have to really consider on how you will display this set if you want to purchase it, because that is something that's going to be a little bit difficult. Now onto the sail barge. Now, I don't have a whole lot of things to say about this, and other than it's a set I always wanted. It was my #1 most wanted UCS set, and to be finally building such an impressive Star Wars set as it is was just so much fun and a lot of enjoyment. Design wise, yeah, lots of good little bits and pieces, but nothing sort of outstanding. I guess the front, to get that angle, was probably the most impressive design wise for that build. The way it attached and everything, and to get that angle, was quite good, but I wasn't blown away by anything in particular. Just the high level of detail, the finish on the sail barge is exceptional. And I also really liked the railing. I thought the railing was done particularly well. And on to the Lancaster, which to me is the most difficult build out of these to replicate something in real world. Barad-dûr, there's a lot of leeway they've taken, especially with the interior, but yeah, a lot of leeway there. The sail barge, I guess, is something where there is a lot more reference material out of there to use, but again, I think you can take a few little liberties with proportions and things like that. But when it comes to a real world plane like this Dam Buster Avro Lancaster, wow, the design wise is just absolutely exceptional. They have done such a fantastic job. Of course, Kobe have a lot of specialist pieces to help with that, but every time Every time I build a Kobe plane, I am just super impressed with what they do and how they can get the strength, how they can make the wings so thin but have them so strong just by layering tiles and plates. It's just super impressive. And yeah, the designers they have at Kobe are exceptional. To be able to replicate something like this in this scale is just very, very impressive. So highlights for me, let's say display wise, something that's super impressive, that's eye catching. When you walk in the room, you're going to go, oh wow, look at that. Has to go to Baradur. It is that good, really eye catching, so to speak. When you want something that's burnt into your brain from childhood, it is just so much fun to put together. Lots of playability with it, the way you can get in and play around it. You have to give the fun factor to the sail barge. And when you're talking about design, which I think is the best design out of all these, is the Lancaster, without a doubt. So the last thing I want to talk about is the actual build themselves and the rating of the build. So these Lego sets, they put them at 18 plus just for the, I guess, the sheer size of it. A lot more different build techniques in the Baradur set than the sail barge. They're, like I said, they're both 18 plus. But I kind of felt the sail barge was a really simplified build, like just the way it's laid out in the instructions. There were some bags out, I think there was one bag, there was only like 2 or 3 steps to complete the whole bag. When you get onto the outer paneling, sometimes you've got to open 2 different numbered bags for the parts. I'm not sure why they just don't put it all in one bag. I guess it comes down to each person and how they feel. Are you wanting to rush through the build as quickly as possible? Do you want it as simplified as possible? If that's the case, you know, Lego's probably going in the right direction. Personally, I like a bit of a challenge. I like having a few more bricks on the table to sort through. I like it to take a bit more time. I like where you have to think, oh, how's this going to come together? I don't mind having that bit more of a challenge in a build. And when I say that these are 18 plus, I think, you know, like I said, I think Baradur had a few more techniques that would challenge some people. More, probably, maybe not, but it would, it's very hard to say, but I definitely think it's probably more of a challenging build than the sail barge. But when you look at something like this Lancaster, it is definitely an adult build. You need your patience, you need to take your time. There's lots of small parts that are very similar. They're different angles on a small part. You know, they have a 1x1 tile, but then they have a 1x1 tile that has one little rounded edge, and it's very difficult to put together. You have to take your time. You have to make sure you're selecting the right parts. They give you a little key in the front of the instructions that shows you the difference between these parts, so you make sure you're selecting the right part. So as a building challenge, the Lancaster was definitely the most advanced build out of these 3. So there we have it, peoples. That is these 3 sets compared, discussed, broken down, and I love all 3. I have to say, no regrets from me from buying these sets. Great additions to the collection. I had so much fun building these sets. I've built them all back to back, and I've got to say, it's been a while since I've had so much fun putting some sets together. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Please put it down in the comments. What's your pick out of these? Would you get any of these? You're not intending to get any? You hate this? You love that? Put it all in the comments. Let's have a chat. If you want to know anything in particular about any of these sets, please ask away in the comments and I will answer that question for you. But a big thank you for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.